The 60-second clip also claims a war was being waged against Meghan and her experience had been about hatred, about race. The provocative claims immediately brought accusations that several scenes in the trailer had been presented to wrongly show the British media hounding the couple. At one point, a pack of press photographers is shown surrounding a car that apparently has Meghan and Harry inside. Last night it was revealed the couple were actually thousands of miles away on the other side of the Atlantic when the scene took place. The footage was of U.S. cameramen and photographers following Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's lawyer, leaving his New York home to start a jail sentence on May 6, 2019. On that day, Meghan gave birth to the couple's first child Archie at the Portland Hospital in London with Harry at her side. The trailer was released to promote the first volume of the Sussexes documentary to be shown by Netflix on Thursday. In it Harry, 38, also appeared to insult the Princess of Wales, Countess of Wessex and even the memory of the late Queen Mother, claiming that women who married into the royal family were exposed to pain and suffering. Images of his late mother Diana were edited into Harry's latest Netflix bombshell footage as he made the claim. A friend is heard stating that the couple's experience in the royal family has been about hatred, about race. Harry is seen holding a hand to his face as Meghan passes behind him while heavily pregnant with their daughter Lily. The Duke of Sussex also appeared to accuse the palace of both leaking and planting stories about him and Meghan. In the trailer, video footage shows photographers huddling around a car as Meghan says, referring to the royal household, "I realize they are never going to protect you." It then cuts to an image of Meghan dabbing her eyes, seemingly in tears. Another clip from the trailer shows a group of photographers rushing towards a building which is clearly identifiable as Crawley Magistrates Court. "I was terrified, I didn't want history to repeat itself," Harry says as the footage is played. Another photograph from the trailer shows a photographer taking a snap of Harry and Meghan from a balcony. Royal correspondent Robert Jobson tweeted, his photograph used by @Netflix and Harry and Meghan to suggest intrusion by the press is a complete travesty. It was taken from an accredited pool at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Cape Town. Only 3 people were in the accredited position. H&M agreed the position. "I was there." Royal experts describe the forthcoming TV series as an amazing act of revenge that will widen the rift with Prince William. The content will dismay courtiers and the king, who has told aides that he will never close the door on his son. And, despite the palace being braced for further bombshell accusations, senior royals plan a very much business-as-usual approach, it was said. A source said, "The palace is wary of what may come, but they stand by their conduct, and as the Queen famously said before her death, recollections may vary." There is a genuine belief that now that the couple have been gone 3 years from the UK, what more could they possibly have left to say? They've spent more time abroad living their own life than they did carrying out duties on behalf of the royal family. Royal author Phil Dampier was horrified by the trailer and said, "This pair are now in so deep with their truth they have lost all sense of reality and perspective. One day they will run out of ammunition, and I think a dignified silence is the best way to counter their accusations, many of which will turn out to be provably untrue." The new trailer opens with a scene of Harry and Meghan in a car, seemingly in America. As the Duke says, "It's really hard to look back on it now and go, what on earth happened?" The video then paints a picture of the couple's initial popularity, with a news presenter heard describing the sounds of hearts breaking all around the world after they announced their engagement. Piers Morgan is heard describing Meghan as a royal rock star. A scene of the Sussexes on a royal walkabout is shown as a member of the public shouts, "Meghan, we love you." A photo from their wedding appears, before Meghan says, "and then." And Harry adds, "Everything changed." The tone of the trailer immediately darkens, with a photo flashing up of the royal family as Harry narrates, "There's a hierarchy of the family, you know. There's leaking, but there's also planting of stories. It's a dirty game." The couple's lawyer, Jenny Afia, says, "There was a war against Meghan to support other people's agendas." Entrepreneur Christopher Guzzi, a longtime supporter, says, "It's about hatred, it's about race." In the final moment of the trailer, Harry appears in a selfie video as he says, "No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth." The footage landed after it emerged that a photo in the first Netflix trailer intended to illustrate paparazzi hounding the pair reportedly showed invited photographers taking pictures at a Harry Potter film premiere in 2011. Also shown was a photo of Prince Harry covering his face from paparazzi with his ex Chelsea Davy, but producers cropped her out to spare embarrassment. Netflix were approached for comment. Comment by Phil Dampier. Prince Harry's memoir out in January is called Spare. I'm starting to worry that he has gone spare. I don't have any such doubts about Meghan, who is a highly intelligent woman who knows what she's doing. But her influence has turned our once-loved royal larrikin into an isolated, paranoid shadow of his former self. I sincerely hope they never split up, because I would fear for his mental health and safety if they did. Yes, Harry's mother Princess Diana was hassled and pursued unfairly by the paparazzi, and I can understand people thinking they contributed to her death, although I believe a drunk driver and the fact she didn't wear her seatbelt were the real causes. But to suggest Meghan was given the same treatment and that racism within the royal family was aimed at her is ridiculous. After the Fleet Street phone hacking scandal, British newspapers conducted themselves in a totally different way, and Harry and Meghan were in a position to complain if anything inaccurate was written. They had royal protection and they were never going to be followed in the same way Diana was. The clip makes it look as though they are desperately trying to escape from evil photographers chasing them to a potential accident, when nothing could be further from the truth. The trailer seems to indicate that the racist royals, his own father, brother and in-laws referred to as a hierarchy, were in cahoots with the press to bring the couple down. It is, quite simply, rubbish, a total fiction. But this pair are now in so deep with their truth they seemingly had lost all sense of reality and perspective. Harry refers to a dirty game and talks about the pain and suffering of women marrying into the institution. That's an insult to the Queen Mum, the Princess of Wales, Countess of Wessex and others. Although Diana's marriage to Charles failed, she did not want to destroy the monarchy, something bitter and twisted Harry seems hell-bent on. The King and William must be tearing out what's left of their hair over these onslaughts by the Montecito mourners. They will run out of ammunition, and I still think a dignified silence is the best way to counter their accusations.